if you like our videos, please like and subscribe. That way this chonky boy can eat more this month. Isn't that right, buddy? God, you even know where the camera is. You're such a little... Oh, oh, oh. Righty, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, and you do enjoy, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good shite. And if you are back from the pack, welcome back. Very much appreciate having you, and your support as always. Very much, you know, loved, and it makes me want to continue. So thank you for that. Today we are going to be continuing on with our Secret Invasion reaction series. So far, it's actually been pretty good. It's actually been pretty compelling, very interesting, unlike a lot of the recent Marvel properties, which are by the books, formulaic, very cut and dry, very cut and paste, simple. So far, this show isn't following the normal Marvel formula, and that's a good thing. It's doing its own thing, and it's doing it well. It's got a level of intrigue to it. I have a pretty good idea of where certain things are going, but I don't know where the overall, like, ship is headed, kind of thing. I don't know the destination. I know the directions, but I don't know where I'm going, kind of thing. Like, I know that they're trying to make Super Skrulls, but does that mean that the Avengers going to show up? Does that mean that there's going to be a big CGI battle at the end of this, and it's going to kind of take the wind out of the sails of it? Or is it going to be used in a compelling way, which ups the stakes, and then everyone really has to go, oh shit, and then they have to work together to combat this in a smart way. And then you have things like, what is Falsworth's whole deal? Because she's, like, really intent on killing these Skrulls, or at least stopping their invasion, and has, like, a sadistic glee going about her torture of said Skrulls. Like, she enjoys harming them. So what's the backstory there? Like, I understand the what, I don't understand the why. Why does she have such a hatred for the Skrulls? Why does she take such a enjoyment in torturing them? And have such a personal investment in taking them down that she went herself? Keep in mind, she is the head of MI6. The head of MI6. She could have sent any number of agents to do it, but she went herself to go and do this. She didn't trust anybody but herself to do it. And not only that, she wanted to go because she wanted to torture that Skrull. So there's a lot that isn't explained there that we need to get into. Then you also have Nick Fury marrying a Skrull as well, which is interesting, and it also goes to explain why he's got such an investment in their species and their defense, and why he's got such a... Because of his background and everything, he's kind of explaining why he's got such a strong, empathetic connection to the race themselves. Not only because of what they went through Captain Marvel, but because of their similar situations, their similar storylines, kind of thing, of how their people have been treated and how their people have been ostracized. And I'm interested to see the background of how that came to be with him and his wife, if we're going to delve into that. There's a lot of moving pieces in here, and Brody even, what his whole shtick is. He knows that the Skrulls are invading. He knows that there's invasion happening. He's fired Nick Fury. What's the plan? Is he going to call the Avengers in against Nick Fury's wishes? Even though he's like, yeah, don't do that. They're gonna take their spots and like take their faces and then, you know, do exactly what they did in the comics, kind of thing. But I don't know. So, without further ado, let's see what we got here. 3, 2, 1. Let us begin. Oh, we got previously on for this one?
This is Gravik.
Okay.
Skrulls have infiltrated the ranks of major world.
Right, I forgot that he put a little plant in Oswald's helmets.
Is it you? I mean, bringing chaos.
Oh, they're going into the next phase of their plan.
You joined the same reason I did. Not fear of the past, faith in our future. All faith.
They are a fucking cult. They are a cult of Gravik.
So that's what we have.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Oh no. They're getting military officers, I'm assuming, to take the faces of and take the places of. Oh, that's not good. Oh, this is also not good. Is the machine ready?
Members of the council, glad you could make it on short notice.
Really? He brought them here to witness
At the council meeting, I told you I had a plan for
his-
taking Earth as our own.
his
I sent
ascendancy.
3 operatives to infiltrate the Royal Navy.
3 into the
To
Royal
execute a
Navy?
strike on a key United Nations target.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
The heroes of Earth. Now we no longer just change faces.
Oh,
We change powers.
no.
Super Skrulls.
Super Skrulls.
Humans will be at all
There's
our
the name
borders
drop.
within the week.
I do find it interesting that Gravik's whole plan here is hinging around the idea that he's gonna pop off, create a target that all the heroes are gonna have to come and deal with, and then they're going to intercept with their Super Skrulls. Are we going to get some hero cameos in this one? Are we going to see, like, fucking... The thing is that we're in Britain, aren't we? New York City. Oh, I take it back. Maybe we will get some heroes here. 1998. Okay, so we're getting, like, flashback Fury, I'm assuming.
Looking for someone?
Yes, I am.
What does she look like?
That depends on what day of the week it is.
That's pretty good.
Vara?
Huh?
This should put Dracov's men on their heels.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Like we already have. This new face of yours is...
Beautiful?
Oh.
I agree.
There's a rule that, commander
Oh,
station
boy.
and operatives cannot be in.
Our unit doesn't exist, Fury. That means I don't work for you.
That's an intriguing possibility.
Wow, okay, I see.
Even a broken clock's right twice a day.
Yeah.
Be soft or hard-boiled?
Poached?
Oh boy.
God, things cook differently up in space. Darling, you are Nick Fury. I never harbored any illusions about the necessity of you going away.
That's
That leaves a mark.
Oh, I was gonna say that's really sweet of her, but then she did point that out.
Well, you know, I never cared much for golf, so I'm thinking I may take up revenge.
Dude, this is crazy. Sam Jackson, oh my god.
You been in touch with Gravik while I was gone? 'Cause I just need to be sure.
About what?
Who you become while I was gone.
Jesus, man.
I became a widow in your absence. I wept on your pillow every night. I grieved for you.
Oh!
If you're interested in who I became in your second absence, became me, the me I was before. What other choice was there when you kept disappearing as if you were never really here in the first place?
Oh, Jesus, man. That's fucking rough.
I don't have that information at hand right now. You two, take care.
Something important?
Nope.
Oh, no. Is his wife in on it too now? Dude, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't look through her phone. Just do not. Bad idea.
What's happened?
Someone told the cops where we were headed. And only we knew that. It was me.
Oh, no.
Pagan.
He found out who actually told the cops.
It's hard for Brogan to confess to something he didn't know. Is that what you do?
I'd lie. I'm a good liar.
They're like, they know each other well, so they keep dancing around each other's
It was Brogan.
lies. Oh,
It
fuck.
was weaker than you thought.
See you tomorrow. Early. You coming with me?
That sounds like a threat. You're coming with me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're... You might not make it back from this one. Jesus Christ, another plane? Where the hell are we now? New York? Again?
Right on schedule. The UN plane will be at Neptune's coordinates. 2200 hours.
Yo, this ship is going to bomb a UN plane. I see what they mean by they're going to need heroes to actually stop that. Maybe we see War Machine. Oh. She's, given some traitorous instructions. Someone.
Statesman of World War I. That's what it's called. I mean, it just sums up the whole thing pretty nice, I'd say.
Which whole thing is that?
Well, you know, the difference between statesmen and soldiers. You see, because one lot spends the war posing for pictures, while the other does all the killing. I mean, look at the fat, smug smile on his face. You
Damn.
asked me, Talos, choice between having my story told. I choose blood all day long.
Yours and everyone else's, huh?
Yeah.
Brave.
Damn.
You asked for parley, so let's parley, shall we? Come on.
He is not here for a parlay. He is here for an argument, Gravik. This has got to be Britain, right?
I like a little bit of espresso with my sugar. You want some?
Oh, espresso, nice sugar.
Stop murdering.
Oh my fucking god.
Guys in the car. Want to come say hello?
You want to be very, very careful.
Oh, oh.
Be grateful that I haven't sent her back to you in a body bag yet.
Yeah, that's quite a threat. That's an even more intimidating threat. Oh, Jesus Christ.
To the edge of extinction with a war with the humans.
All these miscreants know is murder. Look how they treat each other. That's what's gonna
We're
happen.
swinging back around to that point again, I
They
see.
murder them all.
Really trying to hammer that home that we are
First thing about humans.
apes that just kill each other.
So then Gaia stays with me then, is it?
We'll see about that.
Now, until the end of time.
Wow, that was bold.
My daughter's name stays out of your mouth.
Dude, okay. Oh, fuck. He's given himself powers already. That was the Extremis healing him.
Thank you.
That's not his phone, is it? That's a plant, so that they know where he's going. Or... Wait, is it not? Oh! Oh, it was Gaia! Very clever way to get them some information.
You really gonna eat that plate of dog food?
I was, mate. I just lost my appetite. Have the balls to come up in here and ask me for help?
I didn't ask you for help.
Oh, well, what, you here to have an English breakfast, mate? Or you eating?
Okay, yeah, they are in the UK.
Well-being? No, I think it's a pretty safe bet you're here for that, right? Look,
English breakfast.
I need.
I think that implies that I should just sort of leap up and take this opportunity to just help you like that as days are gone. So I'm going to need you to, you know, use your words. Say the words.
Ben Mendelsohn's killing this.
Plus, because I'm useless without you.
Damn. Is he gonna swallow his pride?
Delos.
Yeah, there it is.
I am useless without you.
Man.
Go
And
ahead.
he immediately paid for his meal too. Like, oh, yep, good,
Whoever this is, you
good
shouldn't have
person
this
to call.
number.
What do you know about a British submarine called Neptune?
First, I want an apology. Rather rudely, attached a nasty bug to my beloved hoot.
Oh,
The name of that owl clock.
No, not anymore. He has a new name now. Nicholas Fury. He's got a dashing little eye patch now.
Serious, Sonia.
that's
Good
fucking
authority, Captain
great.
is planning to-
Because at least one of Gravik's rebels has infiltrated command.
Can you make the call?
Unfortunately, I'm dealing with my own infiltration at the moment. Somebody leaked the location of the butcher's shop when I was doing some of my best work. So my hands are tied.
Are they loose enough to get me the captain's name?
His name is Commodore Robert Fairbanks.
Ah, can I get a
That-
photo and address?
Absolutely. Shall I tell you?
Hold on a second. Wait a minute.
Tell him that.
Wait a second. Unless they've recast him in the MCU as someone else, that was the Irish crime boss from The
Where
Punisher.
Naval Command HQ is.
But I'm feeling like they recast him as someone else in this.
You know what? I don't get
No, not even in The Punisher. He was in Daredevil season 2.
What's to get? You know, dog's a man's best friend.
but I mean,
Though I think they're
come
doing
on,
away with all that, so.
I mean, just name me. That's really what you think? That the whole time we've known each other, you've been cleaning up my mess.
You got a different take on it?
Oh well, let's see. When I came here in 1995, you were just a benchwarming nobody in a dumpy field office in Shield.
Bench warming?
You what? You have a different take on this?
Damn!
I was.
That's
ascending
scathing and
the
true.
ranks.
You know, we fed you more dirt and intel than you could have uncovered on your own in a lifetime. So please, I mean, every time you were promoted
They're-
inside Shield, we did that. Every time.
Oh shit!
We did
That's
that.
so fucking
Every-
true. That's so fucking true.
Least you can do is not rewrite history when the guy who helped write it with you the first time is sitting right next to you.
Oh,
What'd you stop for?
We're here. Attack.
I'm sorry, I didn't
damn.
realize
That's
Because you were too busy riding the we did that wave. You got any more abuse? Are you ready to go in here and take care of Bob? And then I get to say, we did that.
we can do that.
I love their petty friendship. It's so good. Oh, for fuck's sakes. But that's so true, though. That makes so much sense.
Sir.
Everything Nick Fury knew,
Sorry, didn't know you
everything,
Needed a break from the old ball and chain.
like,
Can empathise.
all his
Let her hear you say that.
fucking, promotions and everything, they came from intel from the Skrulls. Oh! Yo, Fury's not pulling punches here. He's going for like straight up body shots. Oh wait, they're Skrulls.
Come in, Talos.
Sorry, Nick. I was busy kicking Bob's ass. Second floor. Last door down the hall.
Copy that.
Oh.
Nobody calls me Nick, Bob.
Oh! Good call.
This is not a negotiation, Bob.
Yeah, that's not happening with Nick fucking Fury.
Thanks for saving my life, Fury. No problem, Talos. Anytime. What you working on over there?
Sam Jackson eating it up.
The message has been authenticated, Captain. You are obliged to strike.
What the fuck? Yeah, there's gonna be a mutiny on board. Launch a missile at the UN fucking international flight.
Take a sip of this. Is it gonna help?
Don't look at him. He's not the one who's gonna have your wife scraping your purple goopy brains out of her carpet. Unless you call off that airstrike.
Jesus,
now.
man.
If you're afraid of going against Gravik.
That's fucking brutal.
You're a shell of the general you used to be.
East.
Just wait outside.
Yeah, you
Shapeshift back into this piece of trash and call in on a
You probably don't have much bargaining chips there.
Maybe because he's the only one who knows the code word.
Offered you a partnership, we would have stood by you proudly.
So stand with me now.
You're too late.
Enough of this bull.
Yeah, good call.
I'm giving you 3 seconds.
Good call,
to
Fury.
get that code, or I'm gonna aim higher, or maybe lower.
Give me the gun.
Give me the gun.
Yo, oh,
Give me that
dude.
gun. You got minutes to fix.
Sicken me.
Shut up. What's it gonna be, man?
Gotta do something here.
Daughter's loyalty.
Jesus Christ.
Or
Yeah,
is she the
there we go.
slyest traitor feeding
There we
you
go.
information?
Wait, you just straight up offed him? You fucking dumbass.
What is it?
Commodore Robert Fairbanks. I need his launch termination password now.
Oh shit, yeah, she's gotta book it fast. Oh. Well. Now her shit's blown. Now she's completely outed herself as a traitor. She needs to get the fuck out of there. Oh. There's all of the actual, military officials. Oh, good call, going through his memories on the pod. Oh, but there's a lot of info there.
Okay, now run.
Yeah, run is a good call.
Abort. Exercise. Code word? Zachary.
Oh, it's his son?
Abort launch.
It's his son's name? Yeah, that would make sense. Mission aborted. Let's go. Now you need to get the fuck out of there, Gaia. Because Gravik was already onto you. He's probably suspected that you're going to try and make an escape here. Just a guess. There's no one at the gates. There's no. Okay, yeah, that's suspicious as fuck, dude. That's so fucking shady. Yeah. They were fucking waiting for her. Specifically Gravik. Oh boy. Fantastic.
That plane would have been valuable. Finding the traitor was essential.
Oh, turn around.
What? Wait.
No.
The whole attack.
You will look at me. And you'll ask yourself.
The whole attack was just
Are you a leader of Skrulls? Or
a
worst enemy?
She's dead? What? That whole attack on the UN plane was just to root her out too? What the fuck? The fuck is this?
St. James Church, 1 hour.
I need to speak to Graphic.
Yeah, well, you're talking to me.
Yep. Of course. Oh, that's the end of it, eh? Wow. I'm kind of surprised that they killed off Amelia Clarke 3 episodes in. Like, what? I mean, I knew she was on thin ice there with Gravik, but one tap to the heart and she's gone. She's just done? Holy shit. And, like, okay. Seriously? What the fuck is this, like, what the fuck is Gravik on here? He goes, he tells the world leaders one thing, to prepare for this UN attack, this plane. He's hoping that it prepares and it goes through his plan, but he is strongly suspecting Gaia or someone as a traitor. So the entire attack is just a ploy to root that traitor out. Because if it doesn't succeed, then he knows there's a traitor. And if it does succeed, then he knows that he's good. And everyone's loyal. But because it didn't succeed, he knew someone was going to try and run, and he was fucking waiting. He was just waiting for whoever was going to run. That is... This guy is another level of, like, five-head. Jesus Christ. First off, he pulls that little trickery in the video in the first episode where he's like, everyone's spying on Nick Fury. He's got the switcheroo thing with the bags, which then detonates more bombs than he initially said that he had, or had led on to believe that he had, in 2 bags, right? So 2 bombs. And then in episode 2, he does even more bullshit. He does even more fucking five-head bullshit. And maneuvers his place in power, even more so in the Skrull Council and in his position and things. And then this one, he plants an entire attack that is supposed to spark off World War III, that is not even supposed to be his main attack, and is just a fucking fluke. A feint attack to root out the traitor in his midst so that he can continue completely unimpeded and unopposed, so no one knows what is going on in his camp. That is fucking wild. And he even foreshadowed it at the beginning of the episode too. He's like, you're lucky I haven't sent you your daughter back in a body bag. And you know what he did? He's now put her in a position where he can send her back in a fucking body bag. And you know what? This show has gone dark enough that they probably will. They probably will have this giant package show up to, like, Fury's house or something, or, like, Fury's hideout, and they're gonna be like, what's this? Oh, fuck. Jesus, man. And of course, the name of the episode was Betrayed, too, so it kind of led on a little bit what was going on, but yeah. Nick Fury rejecting his wife and going and isolating himself up in space and everything. Yeah, that was never going to lead to good things. And of course, then she went and supported Gravik, because she's the one who brought Gravik to Fury in the first place, right? Like, she cared for Gravik, and then to see that Nick Fury abandoned them, and Gravik was there for her, well, she's obviously going to side with Gravik. So it's like, oh god, everything that could go wrong that Fury did, all of his mistakes over literally the entirety of his lifespan in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, every single mistake he has made regarding the Skrulls and regarding his past is now coming back to bite him in the ass in spectacular fashion. Which is very, 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 very interesting. I'm finding that this whole show is just a whole character study on Nick Fury himself and how his mistakes have affected so many and had such a ripple effect on the world, so much so that it has potentially even sparked off World War III because of his choices and because of his arrogant belief that he is like top shit when the Skrulls were a big part of why he is why he is where he is, which is something that I didn't even think about before. Even with Captain Marvel coming out, I didn't even really think about. But that totally makes sense, and they hit the nail on the head in this episode. Nick Fury owes pretty much his entire spy network, career, his progression through S.H.I.E.L.D., the amount of dirt he got on so many people, the things that he shouldn't have known but did know, secrets on all the Avengers, all the enemies of the Avengers, like everything that he found out was thanks to Skrull informants. Pretty much, I would say 90% of the time, I would have to imagine. They would have had to be Skrull informants who got that information for him. And to see that kind of culminate in this whole rebellion, in the fact that Nick Fury has just kind of been using them and not really fulfilling his side of things and his promise, but just kind of using them to essentially do his bidding for as long as he can possibly use them for. It's kind of fucked up, honestly. I feel like the fact that Captain Marvel was gone for so long and wasn't around for... Oh, that's going to be what it is, right? The reason Captain Marvel wasn't around for, like, ever since the 1990s and was in space and wasn't around for, like, the first New York attack and everything was because she was out in the galaxy trying to find a habitable home for the Skrulls that wouldn't be under threat of Kree invasion, which then led her into conflict with the Kree in several instances, right? I feel like that's probably what's going on, but because she's taken so fucking long with it, like from 95 until, you know, current day 2023, that's a good long amount of time, and they still haven't found anything, even with having defeated Thanos, having, like, quelled the Kree, because I don't think there's a super powerhouse in the galaxy at this point, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they should have been able to find a planet, yet they still haven't, and Fury having coming back from the blip and essentially having, like, PTSD and just hiding away on vacation up in the fucking Sword Station, it festered a lot of problems, and now we're seeing the results of every single thing that he's fucked up. It's quite an interesting spin on the Secret Invasion story. But it wasn't shown on screen, but Gravik is now a Super Skrull. What's more, I have a feeling that the reason he invited all of the council to that location is because he's also made all of them Super Skrulls, based on the way that he was, like, phrasing this offer, right? So I feel like he's not the only one that's going to have superpowers. all of that crew is going to have superpowers from the council, which that's a scary thought. That's a very scary thought. And if all of them have superpowers, how in the ever-loving shit are we going to avoid a Avengers level confrontation here at all? Because like if they've got extremis powers, which Gravik has already demonstrated, he's got the extremis powers, right? Extremis in Iron Man 3 healed you from like basically everything. Killian got fucked up beyond belief. He had so much shit dropped on him, and he still didn't go down until he was contained within a suit and imploded. Like, self-destruct imploded. Like, you have to vaporize these guys, basically. But that's going to be pretty hard to do when not only you have the extremis strength, generation, stamina, but you also have on top of it the Groot-like abilities to manifest and shift your body shape and form and everything into vines and shit. That's going to be a problem. The Frost Beast, which I believe... So from For the Dark World, I think if I'm not mistaken, the Frost Beast was like... It had like an ice beam sort of thing or something like that. I really don't remember that movie well. I blotted it mostly out of memory. But they've got like potentially ice abilities too. Then you throw in the fact that they also have the strength and can harden their skin to the toughness of Cull Obsidian, who the Hulk like was having troubles with, and some of the other powerhouse Avengers were having troubles with. Like, really? This is... And the problem is that they don't even have very many Avengers left. Iron Man's dead. Cap is old and retired. Thor is off-planet, gone doing horrible things in his own movie. Ant-Man's in the quantum realm. So you really only have... Let's see, Hulk, She-Hulk, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Moon Knight, I think that's it. Like, I don't think oh, Ms. Marvel. Scarlet Witch is gone. Doctor Strange, I guess, is still around. Shang-Chi. I guess there's a couple of people still sticking around, like they're still kicking, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're seeing any of those show up here. And I highly doubt the Secret Invasion TV show would be the debut of the new Avengers. Like, come on now, I doubt that. They have been centered a lot in this season around the United Kingdom, though. So, we might see Moon Knight. It's not impossible, though. I think Oscar Isaac was probably doing the voice work for Spider-Verse, I would imagine, probably around this time. That they were filming Secret Invasion. I would have to guess, at least. But if Moon Knight showed up, that would make a little bit of sense, because he's already in the UK, right? Like, he's already in the region. But I don't see anybody else, like, popping in. Everyone else is in the US. And yeah, they've been mostly confined to the UK. So the only one that would really show up is Moon Knight. And Moon Knight... would he be able to take on, like, several Super Skrulls? Maybe. I mean, he is the avatar of a god. Like a literal god. And they did defeat, like, the literal god of, like, death and destruction, or whatever the fuck it was. In his season, in his show. So Moon Knight's pretty fucking powerful. Like, he is very strong. He's not like in the comics where or like in the original comics anyways, where he's just like he's basically Batman. He's got a bunch of gadgets and shit. Moon Knight in the show is like he's just got infinite bullshit that he can throw. And other stuff like that, right? Like and that's not even including the third personality of Moon Knight, Jake Lockley, who didn't even get his like full debut in the show. But considering he murdered, like straight up murdered a lot of dudes and nearly straight up killed Arthur Harrow, that's his name. Almost straight up killed Harrow in the combat, and then fucking bopped him in the head for Khonshu in the back of his limo. Like, if you got that version of Moon Knight, the brutal, like, no limits, I could see him taking on some of the Super Skrulls, maybe. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't see them introducing another whole team of heroes in this show. I don't see them introducing anybody big, major, and new. As like a special reveal. Because they haven't done that in any of the shows. All these major antagonists and stuff in the shows, or like major side characters, they haven't popped up anywhere else, really. Like, Sylvie is contained to Loki. Like, all the characters from Loki are contained to Loki. All the characters from WandaVision, except for, like, you know, the obvious ones, are contained to WandaVision. And so on and so forth. Like, all the characters are pretty much contained to their own shows. So I doubt we'd get a character that's, like, super major. That would, like, pop up in here. Unless they made, like, a cameo. But even then, there's a very short list that's in the UK, so I don't know. It's a bit difficult. The only one that I could probably guarantee might show up is War Machine, because Rhodey's in the show. He is actively a moving piece and member of the cast. Which also, he is in Washington. He is in the White House mostly. He is dealing with the president. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to get some stuff in the US, I suppose, with some heroes, but it's just unlikely. I don't think we get any actual heroes in the show outside of maybe War Machine. Maybe a tease to a hero getting set up in the future. Like, maybe the Fantastic Four. Setting up their connection to the Skrulls or something like that. That might be cool, but I don't see them doing much else here. So I'm very curious how the regular humankind is going to deal with the Skrull invasion, and some of which who are now Super Skrulls and have superpowers. Like, I don't know how they're going to take them all on. It's very curious. I mean, I suppose maybe we could get Captain Marvel show up. I did forget about her. So maybe we could get Captain Marvel show up and, like, do something. But then that would directly contradict what's going on in Ms. Marvel and the setup for the Marvels movie, so that would make no sense either. So it's It's hard. It's difficult to place where this show is going. And now that they've killed off Gaia, they are not pulling any punches. They're making this a very, very unpredictable, very espionage thriller, keep you on your toes kind of show, which I'm liking. I'm very much liking. But it's also making me wonder, where is it going? What is the ultimate conclusion here? Obviously, the Skrulls are trying to end all humans, that they can take Earth for themselves. They're trying a few different strategies to do that. But if they're exposed as Skrulls, then that doesn't really change anything, right? Like, if you tell everyone in the world, oh, there's an alien race called Skrulls that are shapeshifters and they're waging a war on everyone, right? Sure, that stops everyone from thinking, oh, the whole world's against each other. That doesn't stop the Skrull invasion. That doesn't get rid of the fucking hidden 1 million Skrulls that are hiding on Earth. You have no way to find them. Like, no way to find them. And you have no way to track them. Because they could run into a crowd, they can change their face, and then they're gone. You have no idea where they've gone. So how the fuck is anyone supposed to deal with this? Outside of getting someone with a lot of know-how of the Skrulls and how to deactivate their physical, like, shifted forms and turn them back to the Skrull mode. If there's some way to do that, or someone needs to get some Brady minds on this shit and start building some tech that can, you know, identify the Skrulls just by, like, scanning a person, right? Brody knows about it. The US knows about it. And if anyone's gonna make the scanner, it'd probably be the US. But then that leads to the question of who's the scientist who would make that? Just some random scientist, kind of like in WandaVision, just some random aerospace engineer, or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. They may be trying to just keep the secret invasion contained to Sam Jackson's Nick Fury and Talos and Rhodey and all that. Like, they might be trying to keep it contained to these characters, but it really seems like it's gearing up to be something bigger. Like, the Skrulls are getting the superpowers. That's a big deal. That is a big threat. That is something that needs to be dealt with. And how do you deal with them? Especially with the powers they got, which are making them pretty fucking resilient. So, it's difficult. But I think the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, with Super Skrull, or at least the original version of Super Skrull, because they did, like, do some upgrades to its character, the Skrulls did, over time. The original Super Skrull, if I'm not mistaken, his power set was limited. Like, he could only use one of the abilities at a time. So, he could like, Human Torch would shoot fire at him, he'd harden himself like the Thing, smack him in the head, and then stretch his arm to grab, like, Sue, and then throw her across the room, and then Thing starts to run at him, so that he doesn't get force field. Like, he would switch one after another. Then they learned that, and then they tricked him into using one so that they could bop him with an ability that could actually get past him while he was using the one ability. I'm pretty sure that's how his first appearance went, if I'm not mistaken. I might be completely spitballing that from a different character, but I'm at least 80% sure that was his original appearance. And then as his character developed, and as they gave him upgrades, and it splices genes and shit like that. He was able to do the typical Super Skrull thing where he's got the one thing arm, he's got the extended, like, stretchy arm, he's putting up a force field, like, he's doing all the abilities at once kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure that wasn't his first appearance. Like, that wasn't his first power set. Because, let's see here, or at least maybe in one of, like, the old TV shows they did that. I could have sworn that was the that was one of his incarnations at the very least. Hmm. Okay, maybe I imagined that whole thing. I cannot remember. But, I could have sworn that was the plot line to maybe a show or something that used the Super Skrull. Either way, he had the powers of the Fantastic Four, made him a super big threat, and one of the ways that they stopped him originally was they cut off his power that was being artificially projected to him. Obviously, it isn't artificially projected to him this time, and they are just straight up getting mutated into Super Skrulls by this machine, seemingly. So if that's the case, how the fuck do you stop that? Like, if you've given them permanent powers, how do you stop? You know what? Let me actually look up what is the Super Skrull's weakness. I'm actually very curious. Despite his power enhancement, he is still subject to fatigue, disease, and injury. Well, I hate to break it to you, but they gave him extremis this time, so I don't think that's going to be a fucking problem. I really don't think that's going to be an issue. That's not good. That's it. That is literally it for his. Oh, that's really bad. Physical condition. His power. Like, what? What? That. Oh my god. Yeah, that's just not gonna straight up. That's just straight up not gonna work in the show because they have extremis. They can just regenerate their fucking wounds. Unless they get shot in the head, I guess, but like, that's still not gonna deter him for too long. Oh Christ, how, what? How are they? How the fuck? Yeah, and you know what the big problem is? In the comics, the Skrulls only lost because they were just like typical evil villains. They were just like, man, we evil. We want to take over everything. Man. We're evil Skrulls. We want to rule the earth. Blah blah blah. And they were just too one track. They didn't like change their goals at all. And then you have these Skrulls who are coming in here, and this, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna deal with that. Huh. Yeah, that's a big issue. I got nothing for that. Because Skrulls are immune to nuclear radiation too, so you can't even like just fucking nuke them. Like the Skrulls, especially the Super Skrulls now, they're gonna be a real fucking challenge to root out and take down. And I'm genuinely curious how they're going to stop this and overthrow it in just these couple of episodes for the show. Like, so far, it doesn't seem like Gravik's fallen for anything. Like, he hasn't slipped up once. He has been on top of everything. He has known everything that's going on, or at least has a hunch of what's going on, and predicted it almost perfectly so far. Like, he is not like the Skrulls from the comics where they're just like, we're evil because we're evil. No, he is a tactician. Like, this man is... he is running a fucking 3D chessboard, and like also at the same time in the background completely demolishing 6 different games of like fucking chess or something like that. Like, or not chess, because I've already used 3D chess. Like, you get what I mean. He is running so many different things at once. It's just, I don't understand how they're going to combat this. Just Talos and fucking Nick Fury. I don't know. I'm very curious to see, and I can't wait for the next few episodes, because this has genuinely been pretty good, actually. I'm very much surprised. It's quite solid so far, but that's enough for me. I hope you all enjoyed, and until next time, yeah, I will see you in next. I hope you all have a good evening, and adios.